Welcome back to S&S Grills, everybody. My name is Mike from the Everyday Barbecue YouTube channel, and today I'm going to show you how to make some marinated Carne Asada Tacos out on the Slow N Sear Kettle, and it's coming up right now. Once again, welcome back, everyone. It's really good to have you here, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, consider doing so by hitting that button down there. Now let's talk about today's recipe. We're going to be doing some Carne Asada Tacos. We are using flank steak today, and this starts when you're shopping for your flank steak. Flank steak sometimes can be a little thicker, a little thinner, a little longer, a little fatter. So just choose something, most importantly, that gives you enough thickness that you can really nail this cook and pull the steak at the right temperature. Now once you have your steak, it's time to marinate it. The base of our marinade is olive oil. To that we add some red wine vinegar, garlic, salt and pepper, fresh squeezed lime juice, and some beautiful cilantro. Just give that a good mix, get your steak into a sealable container or bag, pour that marinade over, and be sure to go ahead and coat the entire outside of that steak with the marinade. Now I did my marinade yesterday, and here's what my steak looks like today. I can already smell those nice authentic aromas. As I mentioned, we are going to be doing this cook out on the Slow N Sear Kettle today. Now for today's cook, we're just going to be searing this steak off on the direct side right over the Slow N Sear. So to prepare the kettle for today's cook, I have my dripping griddle in place. I did go ahead and remove the water reservoir from the Slow N Sear just to give us more searing area. And we're just going to use a few other tools for this cook. Most importantly, the S&S 100 Insta-Read thermometer. So just pre-light one chimney of coal, let those get nice and white hot, pour those into the Slow N Sear, spread them out evenly, make sure that bottom vent is fully open so those coals can breathe nicely. So now that everything is ready to go, it's time for us to get the steak on the direct side of the cooker. I'll meet you outside. Okay, so our coals are ready to go. Let's get our grate on and let's get our steak right over those coals. This smells absolutely incredible, so we're just going to let this go about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes on each side till we hit our target temperature. We want our final resting temperature today to be somewhere between 130 and 135, so we're going to get this off to heat somewhere about 122 to 125 and just let it rest for a few minutes. All right, it's been about 2 minutes. We just want to spin this. So we're putting it on the cool side of the grate, but right over the coals over the direct heat. All right, another 2 minutes, we're gonna spin. And once again, flip it right over the direct heat. We're just gonna repeat this process a few times. Okay, so I have repeated that process 4 times. I really like my sear on the outside of the steak, and we are not quite at target temperature yet. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and take this, move it over to the indirect side. I want to pull this steak from the cooker somewhere around 125 degrees roughly, and just allow it to rest up to our final finishing temperature. So what I'm going to do now is just place this lid on, but I'm going to crack it so we can allow a lot of that heat to escape, and just let this finish off till we get to our target temperatures. Okay, so that only took about 2.5 minutes and we hit our desired temperature of 125. We're gonna remove this from the cooker, get it inside and allow it to rest for just a few minutes. Meanwhile, I'm gonna roast up some corn tortillas on the direct side of the cooker. I'll see you inside when it's time to build these tacos. All right, we are back inside. I've let this rest just a few minutes, so we are just gonna slice against the grain to go ahead and start. Just take a look at that. This is so juicy, just so perfect. And that power sear is going to add some beautiful char flavor to these tacos. All right, let's just cut this into a little bit smaller strips. We're going to go across now, and we'll be ready to build those tacos. All right, let's start with some steak in each of these. Now we go on with some cotija cheese. Now some fresh pico. Nice fresh chopped cilantro. This stuff is so beautiful. Now I like mine a little spicy, so I'm gonna add a little bit of hot sauce to this. Your preference if you want it or not. I'm gonna go with a little bit of red here on some. We'll do these 2 outside ones with some nice red. And a green hot sauce in the middle. Serve it with a couple limes, but of course we're gonna squeeze some nice fresh lime juice on each one. And boom, we are ready to go. It's time for the taste test. One more look at this. You know this is going to be good. I can't wait. Cheers, everyone. All right, so we nailed the authentic flavors with this. The kettle did a great job. We've got a beautiful crust on the outside. We've got some nice, tender, good color and juiciness on the inside. The corn tortillas, obviously, and everything else here just makes this very, very authentic. And of course, there are different preferences for different toppings on tacos. So do what you like, top it with what you like. I hope you'll give this recipe a try. Hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. Till next time, remember, 2 zones are better than 1. And I'll see you on the next video.